Sundays are very special days for me, and it's not just because NASCAR is on TV. No, I love Sundays because they are the days I get to update my financial statement. Now, in case you're wondering, a financial statement is basically your financial report card and is made up of your income statement and balance sheet. But I want to break it down even further to the 6 basic words of financial education. They are income, expenses, assets, liabilities, and cash flow. Together, all of these words make up a financial statement. Here's a simplified financial statement just for your reference. Now, you may be asking yourself, The Real Jake Papa, how do these words relate to a financial statement? Well, you got your income and expenses making up your income statement, and your assets and liabilities making up your balance sheet. The cash flow represents how your money travels through your financial statement. So, now that we know what a financial statement is, let's look at a few examples. Specifically, we're going to look at the financial statements of the poor, middle class, and the rich. And I want you to pay close attention to the cash flow in each example. I think you'll notice something quite interesting. Now, up on screen is what a poor person's financial statement would look like. As you can see, they have money coming in through their paycheck and going straight out through expenses, such as tax, rent, food, and entertainment. Having a financial statement like this makes it hard to get ahead in life. And it's hard because, well, just follow the cash flow. The cash flow goes in and the cash flow goes straight out. No money is saved and no money is invested. And it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you neglect to take control of your cash flow, you're going to end up with the financial statement of the poor. I mean, just look at all the pro athletes that go broke. It's because they don't know how to control their cash flow. Now, up on screen is the financial statement of the middle class. Just like the poor, cash flows in through a paycheck and straight out through expenses. But the middle class also likes to buy houses, cars, and other toys, which are all liabilities. Even if they are paid off, they're still going to need maintenance, which still takes cash out of their pockets. Now, I'm not saying don't buy a house or to not buy yourself a car. You can still get these things. There's just a right and a wrong way to do it, and the middle class does it the wrong way. So, let's see how it's done the right way. Here's a financial statement of the rich, and I know it looks pretty confusing, so let's start from the beginning. The rich are still going to have expenses like the poor and middle class, but the rich also invest their money, so income from their job is paying for expenses and buying cash flowing assets such as rental properties and dividend stocks. The income from these assets are then reinvested to buy more assets, and this is done over and over and over again. The rich also buy assets to pay for their liabilities. Say, for example, I wanted to buy a $50,000 2021 Corvette. I mean, these things are pretty sick, right? And say I had $50,000 to do it. Well, if I had the middle class mindset, I'd go out and buy the Corvette, right? You'd have no payments on it. It'd be a pretty sweet deal. But the rich will look at this situation and say, well, I'll take the $50,000 and buy a cash flowing asset that will pay for my Corvette, right? So in the end, the rich will have a cash flowing asset and a Corvette, and the middle class would just have a Corvette. Now, this is where it gets juicy, because eventually the rich's income statement will look like this, where all their expenses are paid for by their cash flowing assets. And they are able to get to this point because they invest and reinvest their gains over and over again until they hit a point where they're finally financially free. Now, let's circle back to the title of this video. What is financial intelligence? Well, financial intelligence is the ability to control your cash flow. And that's the only difference between the poor, middle class, and the rich. The rich know how to control their cash flow, and the poor and middle class don't. But the beautiful thing is, you can start changing your financial statement today. It doesn't matter how much money you make or how old you are, you can sit down. You can sit down right after this video and build your financial statement and look to see where your cash is flowing. And you can use this information to see how you can take control of your cash flow. And like I said, I love Sundays, and today happens to be a Sunday. So I'm going to sign off here, go turn on some NASCAR and look at my financial statement. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'm hoping this will motivate some of you to take control of your cash flow. So if you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing, maybe leaving a like or commenting if you want. One of our main goals here at Investing Tree is to put our logo on a NASCAR, and all of your guys' interactions helps out tremendously. Also, if you haven't already, check out last week's video where I talk about how to calculate the cash on cash ROI for potential real estate investments. If you like this video, I'm sure you'd like that one as well. Anyways, peace out, fam. I'll catch you in the next one.